Welcome back. I'm Jason Coleman, mortgage broker with Price Mortgage. Today I want to touch on wish pricing and a potential slowdown in real estate transactions and what this could mean moving forward for you. The year was 2006. I was a mortgage broker inside Keller Williams' office, and there was probably 100 agents that would come in every day. There was all kinds of motivational meetings. The mortgage broker or the real estate broker was Scott Crouch. I worked with a guy named Mitch who ran the mortgage company. Stan from People's Mortgage was our responsible individual. And nobody thought price. Everybody said real estate never goes down. It just goes up, 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 up. And over a period of a couple decades, that would prove to be true. So that was 2006, and by mid-2008, there was nobody coming into the office. It was an absolute ghost town. There might have been one agent. His name was Mark Sapp. He's still in business as a real estate agent, I'm pretty sure. Nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw the Lehman Brothers or the AIG debacle happening, right? Except for maybe a guy named Michael Burry, which I had no clue who that was at the time. I'd only been in the business since 2004. And, I just thought this is how it was. This is what happens. And then all of a sudden, real estate just shut down. Now, do I think that that's a scenario that's going to repeat itself? Absolutely not. I absolutely don't. So in the last 24 months in the Phoenix area, metropolitan area, we saw probably 35 to 40% appreciation in home prices. Do I think we're going to give that all back and go back to 2019 pricing? Absolutely not. But I do think that we are going to give back some of those gains. And I think it's going to be to the tune of probably 20% over a period of time. Housing is an extremely slow moving mechanism, right? But what are some of the effects that we saw in 2008 that could be similar if transactions crash and in real estate 40 or 50%? All right, so if we go from 10,000 down to 5,000 or 6,000 monthly sales in our local MLS, it doesn't really matter what's happening nationwide and what those numbers are. It only matters what's going on in your local market, right? Unless you're moving from market to market, now you need to get educated. So what I saw was when housing shut down, 30% of our economy was tied to housing. So your framers, your electricians, your flooring guys, your painters, your plumbers, your Home Depots, everything associated with housing shut down as well. So the fallout of that were businesses not having any work and people losing their homes because they couldn't make the payments. They didn't have the savings back then to ride out a year or two on just the savings. In fact, currently we're at the lowest savings rate since 2008 in America, which is problematic if we go through a major turndown in business and GDP drops 3 or 4% here in our market. So I think that the Phoenix, the Boise, the Las Vegas, some of the Florida areas that ran up the fastest and the highest, those are probably the most at risk of the biggest slowdowns and the biggest corrections in the country. Now you have homes that are still very affordable in like Oklahoma, where you still a 25-year-old making 25 bucks an hour can still go out and buy a $200,000 home and support himself and have a decent debt-to-income ratio for his housing payment. But that's just not the case here with entry level, and I don't think that we're going to be seeing a lot of $200,000 or $300,000 inventory in the next couple months. I do believe, though, by August we're going to see, maybe August to November, we're going to see a more balanced market. 5 days ago, I posted we had 10,500 homes, which had doubled from where we were 8 weeks ago. And just yesterday, we're talking 13,500 homes, and that's just in a 5-day span build of the inventory. That's incredible speed at which we're seeing inventory come to the market, and the sales are not keeping up. So May's numbers that we're going to be seeing here today, they're actually up from year over year. But you're talking transactions that started in April or possibly even March that are closing in May, right? So real estate is always 90 days behind what the banking sector is, the mortgage market. And we saw a 22-year low in mortgage applications. It did slightly up, has ticked up slightly in the past week or so, but still, the real estate market will experience what the mortgage market just experienced. It just takes a lot more time. So if you're really needing to purchase a home, or really wanting, I should say, because I don't feel like, I think the fear of missing out has left our market with the buyers, and now they have more choices. They can be more selective. And if I was looking for a home, like I am looking for a home that will cash flow, but I personally am having a hard time finding a home at these prices that will cash flow at the current interest rates. So I keep looking every day, and what I'm looking at are homes that are on the market for 21 days, 30 days, 100 days. I am seeing homes on the market now for 100 days. And I'm seeing homes that were bought 2 months ago that now have, a $100,000 markup on them. That to me is called wish pricing. Maybe they did put a lot of money into the rehab and they're trying to make an extra 100, or an extra 50 or whatever it is. But I feel like that's a very risky scenario right now, and I think we're seeing a drop-off of investor purchases in the Valley right now. I think we're also seeing a drop-off of flippers in the market, which is a great thing for people that just want a primary residence. I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate your time. So until next time.